this video, we're going to create your first Markdown web text. If you haven't already, please watch the Getting Started with Markdown video, located in the introduction section of this article. This video assumes that you have completed the Common Mark tutorial and attempted to make a Markdown text with StackEdit. Now, we're going to go through how to create your first web text with Markdown. Let's get started. First, we need to connect StackEdit to Dropbox. You can do this by going to the right sidebar and clicking on Synchronize. From here, you're going to click Add Dropbox Account. As you can see, I have already synchronized my accounts. When you go to add your account, please don't click the Restrict Access. You're just going to click OK and then put in your credentials. Now let's head over to Dropbox. Dropbox no longer supports public folders, so we have to create a new standard file folder. This is where we're going to store all of the files associated with our web text. I have named my folder Webtext, as you can see. Now, over in StackEdit, let's go and upload a Markdown file. I'm going to be using the blog post from my previous episodes. You can upload a file through the import-export, or you can type in your own. Once your file is up, let's head over to Publish. And we're going to publish to Dropbox. To do this, we are going to need the exact file path, and we can find that over in our new Dropbox folder. If you click on your new folder, you'll find at the top the file path, which is Dropbox and then Webtext. We don't actually have to type in Dropbox, but we are going to need this section right here. So over in StackEdit, we're going to type in / and then Webtext. We are also going to need the file name. I'm just going to keep mine as blog post at the moment. Then we're going to change our template. We want to make sure that it's on styled HTML and not plain HTML. If it's on plain HTML, we're going to get raw HTML, and that's not what we want at the moment. So let's make sure that it's on styled HTML. Click OK. Now StackEdit is converting our Markdown into HTML using the template and uploading it to Dropbox. When we head back over to Dropbox, we should find our new file in the folder. Let's click on it. And there we go. Now to see this as a separate HTML file, we're going to need to download it. Let's go over to Open and then Download. This will download your page as an HTML file. And if we open it, we should get a nice little page like this. Now, let's change some of the basic styles of the page. To do this, we're going to do a little bit of Markdown web design using StackEdit, and we're also going to change the CSS, which affects the overall look of the page. Specifically, we're going to alter the background color and the font. Let's do that part first. StackEdit, unfortunately, does not currently allow for full CSS replacement, but we can still customize available templates. To do this, we're going to add a little bit of code to an available template. In a new tab, Google CSS Tutorials. There are plenty of resources for learning CSS, but one that I like is here at we3schools.com. We3Schools covers a lot of information about HTML, Java, and CSS. It's a really great resource, especially since you can jump to specific tutorials if you know what you're looking for. We want to change the background color, so let's make sure that we're on CSS backgrounds. And then we're going to pull this little bit of code right here. So we will copy and take that over to StackEdit. Now, how do we adjust a template? Well, over in the right sidebar, we'll find Template down here. What we're going to do is we're going to select Styled HTML, and then we're going to click Copy Template. This creates a new version of this template that we are able to edit. You can also rename these. I'm just going to leave it as Styled HTML Copy for the moment. Here's where it gets a little bit tricky. We need to find the specific section where we can insert our CSS code. So let's look for angled bracket, head, angle bracket, which we can find right here. This is where we're going to insert our code. At the end of it, we should find angle bracket / head angle bracket. Right here, we're going to type angle bracket, style, angle bracket, and then hit enter 2 times. Then we're going to paste the bit of code that we just grabbed, and then type angle bracket, / style, angle bracket, enter. Now the text should change automatically from black to either red or green. This means that the coding is correct. To check, we're going to click OK on this template, and then we're going to go back to Publish and Publish to Dropbox. Let's type in that file path from before, so Webtext, and let's select our template. Now we're going to pick the styled HTML copy, and we're going to click OK. Let's head back over to our blog post, and we're going to refresh it. And voila! We have just changed the color of our web text. I'm not a huge fan of this blue though, so let's change the color. We3 Schools has a good guide for CSS color codes, but I much prefer this one that's over at Quackit. We're going to now change the background color to light slate gray. So let's go back over to Stack Edit, and we're going to go back into that template that we just adjusted. We'll go back to Styled HTML Copy, and here we'll find the section that says Background Color. We're going to remove light blue and replace it with light slate gray. Make sure that you keep this ending semicolon. When you're done, we'll click OK. We'll go back over to Publish, Publish to Dropbox, type in our file path, make sure we're on the right template, click OK, refresh, and there we go. We have changed it to light slate gray. Now, let's lighten up the text color. This is a little more complicated because we will need to specify the type of text we're looking for, whether it's a header or a paragraph. We3 Schools actually breaks this down quite nicely if we head over to Text. So, here we see how the code should look. Let's head back over to Stack Edit, and let's go back into our template. So we'll go to Templates. We'll go over to Styled HTML Copy. And after this last brace, we're going to type H1 for header, brace. We're going to type color. And this time we're going to type dark slate gray, semicolon, and brace. Now we're going to want to check our work. We'll click Publish, Publish to Dropbox, type in Webtext, make sure we're on our right template, and click OK. Go over, refresh, and there we go. We have the correct color for our header. Now let's do the body text. Go back over to Template, pick our styled HTML copy. After this brace, we're going to type P for paragraph, brace, color, dark slate gray, semicolon, and brace. We'll click OK, publish, publish to Dropbox again, you know the drill, web text, check our template, should be styled HTML copy, click OK, refresh. Congratulations, you have just changed the colors of your web text. We're not done yet though. Now we need to make this a multimodal document. We can do this in a variety of ways, such as by adding images or by adding video. My web text actually already has an image, but I'm not really pleased with this alignment. Let's see what we can do about that. The great thing about Markdown is that because it is HTML and CSS compatible, we can insert all types of codes. I found a solution to my problem of the image alignment over at davidwells.io. Let's grab this section of code and take it back over to our web text. We're going to insert it right here. We'll remove this URL, just delete this, and then we're going to take the URL here and paste it. Perfect. Now I want to adjust the size a little bit. So I'm going to change this to 650 and this to 400. Lastly, we'll remove this little bit of text right here so that we get rid of the double image. All right. Now, let's click Publish to Dropbox. One more time. Make sure our template's correct. Click OK. Head on over, click Refresh. And there we go. We have a multimodal web text that is easily shareable. This is the end of your first Markdown web text. I hope you found this series very useful. In the last video, my co-author Erin Beveridge is going to talk to you a little bit about working with Pandoc and Markdown. In the meantime, though, happy web design!